This is an incredibly stretchy bind off that I find is absolutely essential for when I'm working a toe-up sock, because my cuffs, even if I switch to a needle twice the size of what I'm supposed to be working on, my cuff is inevitably too tight around my ankle. So this bind off has been a lifesaver, and it's worked in a slightly unusual way. You'll be binding off stitches the regular way. You'll be working 2 stitches and passing the first over the second, but you're going to work each stitch in a different way than normal. I'm working a knit 2 purl 1 ribbing here, and so for knit stitches, to bind off a knit stitch, what you're going to do is yarn over first. But you're not going to yarn over the normal way by throwing the yarn over the top from front to back. You're going to do it in reverse by going from back to front for a yarn over. And then you'll first twisted stitch there. Then you will knit your first stitch and pass your yarn over the top of your knit stitch. And then you will do the same thing for your second stitch. So you're going to yarn over in the reverse direction, knit your second stitch, and pass the yarn over the top. And that's 2 stitches that have been worked. They've not been bound off, they've just been worked. And so now I have 2 stitches worked on my right needle. I'll bind off by passing the first stitch over the second stitch. I know it's a little bit weird, but so each stitch just has an extra step to it. So we've come to our first purl stitch. What I'm going to do now is yarn over the normal way, just around the needle from front to back, and purl my stitch and pass the yarn over the purl stitch, and now bind off. And now we're back to knitting, so reverse yarn over, knit a stitch. And when you get going, you'll notice I'm going to pass the yarn over the stitch, and then I'm going to come back and pass the first stitch over the second stitch. I can combine those 2 actions into one by just grabbing both stitches and pulling them both over at the same time, because you're going to do both things anyway, so those can both just be done together. It'll save you a little time. So another knit stitch, yarn over in reverse, knit stitch, going to pass the yarn over yarn over, and then we're going to pass the stitch over. So I'll do those both together, grab both and pull them over the first stitch. And back to a purl, yarn over normally, purl, purl, grab both of those and pull them over, yarn over in reverse because we're back to the knit stitches, knit 1, pull those over, yarn over in reverse again, knit 1, and so on, yarn over normally because we're back to a purl, until you get to the end of your cuff. I don't imagine I would ever use this for anything other than the cuff of a toe-up sock. It is very, very stretchy. And I don't know of anything else that I do that needs something that stretchy for a bind off. But so we get to the last stitch, pull our tail through, and as far as your ribbing can stretch, that bind off can stretch even farther. It's absolutely wonderful. So if you are a toe-up sock knitter, I highly, highly, highly recommend trying out this particular bind off.